Morning. Today I'm at Corfe Castle, and as you can see in the background, got a lovely white frost on the grass, and I'm just going to head up the hill, the west hill. The sun is already starting to rise. I did get here a bit earlier, but because I'm making the video, everything takes a little bit longer to do. So I'm going to head up this hill. It's nice to get a bit of foreground in this shot with the frost. I shut the gate. Always check you shut the gate. I wasn't too sure if that actually did shut. Yep, it did. There's sometimes cattle in the field next door, so got to double check that. And yeah, this is a bit of a cliche shot. I've got quite a few shots here myself, but I always come back because there's an opportunity you might get something a bit different and a bit more impressive than your last shot. So by all means keep doing this. It's worth doing. Morning. Some runners. Better them than me. I'm wrapped up really warm. So yeah, just going to head up the side of it. I might walk all the way to the top. We don't need to go too far up because all I want is a tiny little bit of separation between the castle and the hill behind it. You can already see it starting to happen already. Out of breath already. But yeah, so what I'm looking for here is just a tiny bit of separation from the hill behind. If you go too high, you start to lose the castle into the landscape. So you have to think about these things. I mean, for me, the only time that would work is if you got like mist around the base of it. By all means, go a lot higher because you've got the separation with the mist. But you don't want the castle to disappear back into the landscape. So it's not worth going too high. Tiny little path here which I'm going to take up. There are other photographers I've seen already, and the light is already on the side of this hill. But even if I walk away with a couple of nice shots, it'd be nice to get the frosty grass in the foreground at some point. Yeah, there's no one else on this bit. I thought I saw someone sat here. So yeah, you see in a minute, you haven't got to go high to get the shot. And it's one hell of a slog all the way to the top. You've only got to come this high, look. Probably about 1/3. But look at that. Absolutely stunning. So out of breath already. I'm running on empty. Haven't had breakfast, that's what it is. Yeah, I'm just going to go up another I might actually go across as well. I'm out with Ray today. He's gone off for a bit of a wander. He might have gone to go and find a safe place to fly his drone. What I have done in the past is walk down this hill as the sun is rising and tried to get the sun coming through a little window at the very, very top. You just sort of manoeuvre yourself around it to line it up, and it does come out quite well. So why do people keep coming here? I think I know why. We are always striving to better our best shot of any location. So, I mean, one thing you do have to snap out of is the routine of trying and trying again. If I kept trying, you'd see consistently that my Instagram photos or my Facebook photos would be at the same location every time. So what I like to do is just check the weather, have a go on a few dates, and then just post one of those decent shots that I've taken of that location. So it just sort of like, I mean, I can see it myself, that repetitiveness of going back to a location within a week or something like that. I think you can overdo it, and I think it is good to just step away from it, go somewhere else, take a shot, think about, go back to your photo again of Corfe Castle, for example, and then say, right, can I better that? What can I do? What have I got to wait for? Is it better weather? Have I got to shift myself to make it more interesting? And you can take all those little things into account and then decide whether it is worth pursuing the location again and taking the same shot. But yeah, I've seen it where I've gone back and back and back and tried to get the same shot, and it's not pulled off very well at all. And I end up just not being happy about getting up early in the morning and getting out there. And I think that's the hardest thing, isn't it? Just getting up in the morning. So for me, don't keep going back to the same location day after day. Leave it a little while, then go back. Especially if this is just a flash in the pan, little weather condition that we got today. This is like minus 4.5, -5. So for me, this is, I've got to have a go at doing it. Anything can happen. You could get mist, but yeah, look at it. It looks white out here. It almost looks like it snowed. So yeah, by all means, head out here. And I live quite far away from here. As you know, I'm over Fordingbridge way. So yeah, I can't visit here too often, but when you do, you can overdo it. Anyway, let's crack on and get this shot. Check over all your settings again. Just make sure you're where you want everything. So I've moved my ISO, I had this was set up for wildlife, so I've just moved everything back to where it should be. So I've got an aperture of f11 as my starting point. I've got my ISO back to 64, and it's just a case of now finding a shutter speed that will suit that light condition. And as you can see, I'm just letting more light in there until the histogram is almost touching that wall, because I don't want blowouts. There's no cloud interest here at all, so what I'm trying to do here is just, it's not a third, I've gone for less sky than that. I might even be too high here, I might move. So yeah, I've just gone for a very small, almost a quarter of in fact what you're seeing in the video here. I've gone for something like that because you want enough breathing space between Corfe Castle and the top of the frame. If you imagine a canvas and a wrap, you want a bit of play there so that your picture can wrap around the corner of the frame. You can give yourself even more space and then just crop it later. I mean, the megapixels on these cameras are quite great, so you've got plenty of space to play there. I've now just moved the camera over, and you can see now there is separation from that hill here at least. So wherever that sun comes up, I have no idea where that sun's going to come up. It is up already though, that's the thing, it's behind something. There is a band of cloud on the horizon as well, right over in the distance. So it could be something to do with that. So you can see, well you can't, but the sun is going to be well over that side of the image. I might get it in. I only want the tip of the sun just to show. So yeah, it's just a case of waiting now. We are always waiting. I'm trying to create a nice little bit of balance. I'm just going to take this camera off so that you can see what I'm looking at on the back of my screen. So my framing, I've decided that this is my best frame, and what I'm trying to do here is just allow your eye to go in here, zigzag over to here, and then the sun will pop up over here, so you're kind of zigzagging through the image. I'm just trying to create a bit of balance. I'm not sure about this gap in here, but if you try to zoom or anything, you'll see it doesn't look right. I have to include this whole tree here. I can't just cut it off. It just doesn't look right if you just see branches at the bottom. So I'm trying to include whole things. I don't want to cut things off. I've got a nice little view of the village here as well, so I'm quite happy to have that in. Got a little bit of smoke coming off the chimneys. I'm kind of hoping maybe when the sun comes up a little bit more, the light will catch the back of that smoke. Yeah, I'll let you know, the sun is just starting to make an appearance now. I can see the very, very tip of it, so I'm going to start taking a few little shots. I want to get actually, the shutter was wrong. What I'm doing, if you look on the back of here, that's what I want to do. See my histogram, as I move the shutter just slightly there, look, just coming away from the wall. That's the one I want. I'm focusing on the castle. That's going to be a nice image, that. You can see now the sun is starting to really make an appearance there, and what you see is, because it's now my new blowout point, the whites will start to creep in the histogram right up against that wall, so I've got to watch that, and I might just have to add a bit more shutter in there just to bring it back again. The battery just died on the camera there, so I had to quickly change that out. Yeah, it's allowed the sun to come fully up now as well. That's how quick I can change a battery. Damn, I'm good. So yeah, I'm just taking a few more shots. The histogram is really, really up against it now. I've got a lovely glow on the side of this hill, it's included in the shot. So that's going to come out quite nice. I've actually got a nice bit of separation forming on the side of the hill on the edge of Corfe Castle as well. You can actually see it in the video. See that little line there? That's going to help make that castle pop out a little bit. It's a nice warm yellow glow against a blue cold shadow. So, you know, these are complementary colours in this shot. Yeah, I just hope I can keep the flare down. What I might do as well, you've probably seen it before, if you put your finger over the sun, you can stop the flare in the image. And then what you got there is two images. You can use the foreground of the one with your finger in, and then bring the sun back with the second image. So yeah, that's that shot. I hope you enjoy it. I might move around, see if I can get any more, and then I'll come back to you. Find another composition, I reckon. I think if I can find a little trail going down the side of the hill, I might try for a portrait. It's quite a tough thing to do here because you've got so much waste in the middle that you don't want to get, and you want to close that up a little bit, and the best way to do that is get the camera as low as you can. So yeah, I'm just going to have a little hunt around, see if I can find that. If not, enjoy the drone footage. See you in a bit. Found a beautiful little composition here. I've got the camera in portrait orientation, and I've got a nice little bit of side light on the side of the Corfe Hill there. It just makes it sort of pop out of the scene a little bit. The sun is quite high up now, so this is quite difficult. My histogram, this is what I'm watching. I've got the aperture f/16. ISO is still 64, and what I'm doing is I'm just adjusting the shutter speed. I'm at 30th of a second at the moment, and I just take focus a third of the way in the foreground into the scene. Yeah, I really like this scene. It's just so nice with the frost on the grass. It's just a really beautiful scene. I just hope I've got the orientation, the leading line even, heading the right way. I really need that leading line. I wanted it to lead you to the castle, but I think it's going to lead you to the sun. Whether that works, because the dominant feature in the shot is the castle, I'm kind of hoping that the line doesn't lead you away from what I intend you to see. But only the bigger screen will tell me that. So yeah, I'm going to get that one back and I'll show you the image. So I'll put that one up now. That's it for me this week. I'm going to head back now. I've still got some Christmas shopping to do, and I think Ray's itching for his bacon sandwich as well. So yeah, we're going to head back I just want to say thank you for watching, and hopefully I haven't bored you. And hope to see you on the next one. So again, if you haven't yet liked and subscribed, it goes a long way, so please do, and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified of my next video. Until then, I'll see you in the next video, and take care, keep taking photos, bye bye.